Om Good morning and welcome to the Sunday service. This morning we're going to meditate first a few minutes. After the meditation, Venerable Bante Sumita is going to give a Dhamma talk. After that, question and answer and chanting. So right now, Chandasara is going to lead the loving kindness meditation.
Good morning to everyone. Before going to loving kindness meditation, shall we relax our mind and body by observing natural breathing in and breathing out? Let's sit in an upright, comfortable posture and observe or be mindful on natural breathe, inhalation and exhalation. No forcing, nothing. Just observe natural flow of inhalation and exhalation for a couple of minutes. With this settled mind, now shall we spread loving kindness towards all the living beings in this way. May all the living beings, including me, be physically well. May all the living beings, including me, be safe. May all the living beings, including me, be mentally well. Let's continue spreading loving kindness thoughts in this way until we hear the bell sound.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now time for the Dhamma talk. Let me introduce our speaker today, Venerable Sumita. He was a former lecturer, Bhiksu University in Anuradhapura. Right now he's studying his PhD degree in University of the West. And these days he's observing the Vasa retreat, Anaheim Sri Ratana Buddhist Center. Venerable Sumita, thank you again accepting our invitation. So you can start your Dhamma talk right now.
Samantha Chakravalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Sadhang Mang Munirajas Tunangtu Sagga Mokkadang Dhamma savana kalo ayang bhadanta Dhamma savana kalo ayang bhadanta Dhamma savana kalo ayang bhadanta Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Honor to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. My utmost respect to the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, the noble doctrine of the Buddha, and the noble Mahasangha, the disciples of the Buddha. Hello everyone. Most venerable Mahasangha members, let me at the very outset express my gratitude to Venerable Shanti Naikathero, the abbot of IBMC, for inviting me to this weekly Dhamma talk. Today, I would like to discuss about the Dhamma talk, a sharing of Dhamma talk on the importance of maintaining our inner peace. Especially today, I know that many people are in the world having hard time due to many reasons, especially the recent onslaught of the pandemic that has generated so much anxiety, so much depression in many people's life, and also due to many other side effects, after effects of this pandemic. People have lost their jobs, people have lost their loved ones, and many people are suffering because of that. So how do we make ourselves happy and maintain our inner peace all the time. It's not going to be easy. It's always challenging for us to be happy, for us to maintain our inner strength. How do we do that? I think one of the major things that we should focus is to contemplate ourselves, practice every day, every single day, some form of meditation. I highly recommend that this time around especially, we need to practice more and more loving kindness. Because loving kindness is something that can make us feel comfortable, confident in ourselves, and also we can help others in many different ways. So loving kindness is one thing, and also we can practice anapanasati, the contemplation on our breathing. That's again is a really powerful way to cope up with ourselves. So many times when we look at the world outside, we can see the world. We open our eyes, we see the world, but not ourselves. Many a times when we talk to other people, we talk about other people, not about ourselves. Most of the time, people talk about other people's mistakes. Maybe when there is a gathering, there is an opportunity. There is a tendency in our society that we, in our friendly chit chats, we tend to discuss about other people's mistakes, loopholes, ups and downs. So it's hardly we find we appreciate other people's good things. So that is something that we need to focus, that we need to self-analyze, critically analyze. How do we train ourselves not to be involved in such things? So in order to look into ourselves, we need to close our eyes. When we close our eyes, we can look into ourselves. Maybe when we keep silent, when we maintain silence, we can also talk to ourselves. So in this way, meditation, or what we call vipassana, is something that we look deep into ourselves, read our thoughts, observe our mind. That will definitely help us a lot to focus on our own inner peace. And then we can strengthen our inner peace. Mind that we have is very, very hypersensitive. It can easily be emotionally disturbed. With a very simple thing, a little thing is enough for you to get disturbed and for you to lose your temper. People get angry, people get upset, and people are frustrated. All these things can happen. But then, how do we do this? How do we practice ourselves? Train our mind so that we can maintain our inner peace. So this, I would like to share some of those practical implications that I personally employ when during my years of life as a Buddhist monk. And I would like to share some of those things with you. I highly recommend you practice at least one major sitting session in a day. If you are comfortable with sitting a 1 hour long meditation, that is so much the better. And if you are new, I still recommend, very highly recommend, you need to practice at least 15 minutes a day. To start with, maybe you can slowly improve that. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour and more. So do that for one major session in a day. If you can do it like twice a day, so much the better. At least once a day you need to do that. Early morning is also really good for meditation, because when you have a good night's sleep, but depends on how you go to sleep, how your sleep patterns work, and so it depends on before sleep or after wake up, you can do it. But I personally recommend you do it early morning so that you can have a refreshing start to the day. Practice, sit, close your eyes, listen to your own breath, incoming breath and outgoing breath. Focus on that. Every single day we breathe in and out, every single day until we die. From the day we were born, we started breathing in and breathing out, but we do not focus, we do not pay attention to that. Even when we are sleeping, we breathe in and out. When we breathe in, we have the oxygen coming in to cleanse our body. And then when we breathe out, that carbon dioxide will take out the toxic things of the body. So that way we have a natural cleansing system of this body. But if we pay attention to that, if we observe this process in a more harmonized way, we can also cleanse our mind. When we are bodily calm, when we are mentally calm, peaceful, tranquilized, then it's easier for us to cleanse our mind. We can read our thoughts. Whatever thoughts coming in and out, we can read them. And reading the thoughts alone is not the final way, final goal, but reading thoughts, at least at the beginning, initial level, will be really helpful for us to, maintain our inner peace. Let's say, like when we meditate, we need to have a gatekeeper. The story of gatekeeper is really powerful and really important. We need to hire a gatekeeper in order to protect our institute, our office, our wherever you are. If you have a trusted gatekeeper, that person will take care of all the incoming and outgoing guests, so that he can make sure that your institute is safe and secure. At the beginning, this gatekeeper will look into those people who are coming in and going out. And at the beginning, he will actually be respectful to all of them, because at the beginning, he doesn't know many people. And slowly, he will also get to know about the people. He will be more equipped. He will be more trained to learn about those people, incoming guests and outgoing guests. And then he will eventually learn, oh, this is the owner of the company, or this is the treasurer, the secretary, president, CEO, this is the sanitary worker, this is just a regular customer. All these things he will come to know. And then eventually he will let them in. But then there will be some people who have not been regular visitors. Then he will actually look into their IDs and go into those details, make sure they whatever they bring in will not be harmful to the institute. So this way the gatekeeper is really, really helpful. He's playing a very important role for the protection of the institute. Same thing with the countries. We have the security forces, the police and the army. They are also doing the same thing. Territorial integrity of the country is protected by them. When the other average public people are working, they are doing their own day-to-day businesses. So same thing with our mind. When we have a trained mindfulness, this is the sati, this is the mindfulness that we can actually enroll as a powerful and more empowered gatekeeper. So the mindfulness, this gatekeeper, he will look into all the thoughts coming in and out. When we have anger, he will recognize, he will observe the anger is coming. Okay, anger doesn't belong here. So he will, at the beginning, as I mentioned before, at the beginning, you can't stop even anger coming. You just let the anger coming, and the anger will come in. And yet, the anger itself knows that there is someone watching him. So he will not settle in. He will go back. So when we read our thoughts, when we observe our mind, our thoughts, the anger, for example, will not settle in. Same thing with all the other unwholesome thoughts. One by one, they come in, and it is very, very natural if we have the anger, the jealousy, the greed, miserliness, and lust. All these powerful defilements can come to us. Unwholesome thoughts can come to us, just like regular customers. They come to us all the time. But we train our mind, mindfulness, we train so that he will have a close watch on all these unwholesome thoughts. And when he keeps watching them, those incoming unwholesome thoughts will not settle in our mind. They will not establish in our mind. They will come and they will go. Sooner they will go, in fact. And eventually, when we train more and more, just like we give more training workshops to the gatekeeper, the more we practice, the more regularly we practice, the more empowered, more equipped with advanced technology, like this mindfulness also will be empowered to work more on those incoming unwholesome thoughts. And eventually he'll be able to stop them. Okay, this anger, your anger, you don't belong here. You're not friendly with this body, so you don't, this mind, so you don't belong here. He can stop later on. When you give more training, when you empower the mindfulness more, he can stop. So those incoming unwholesome thoughts can eventually go back. They will bounce back. Remember, we have these unwholesome thoughts coming because of the conditions that we create. Currently, whatever conditions you create can make those unwholesome thoughts to come in, and then they can create troubles. And of course, we have been living in the samsara for a very, very long time. So there is always a chance something or the other happen to our life. Some of those side effects, some of these after effects of those unwholesome karma in the past they will always try to infiltrate into our system. But then currently, we need to create the condition for them to settle in. And if we create the condition in our mind, those unwholesome thoughts will definitely coming in and create more troubles. So in Sri Lanka, we call it like apala. So those side effects of those unwholesome thoughts, bad karma, coming in and troubling us. So people have many difficulties, and then they go to do bodhi pujas and go to the temple, talk to the monks, and they actually practice dana sila bhavana to ward off those evil spirits or evil thoughts or evil effects of those unwholesome actions. So this is also a really good way, but you need to be really careful and efficient in dealing with such things, and then you can actually create a condition that those unwholesome actions will not trouble you anymore. How do we do that? Being positive, maintaining your inner peace, be happy, don't not get angry. Things like that can be some really powerful ways. Plus, the most important thing is empowering your mindfulness. Make sure that mindfulness is watching over all the incoming defilements. And when you create a condition like you are happy always, you don't get angry, and you are very mindful about your actions, and then you actually create a condition that we actually attract those powerful, wholesome karma, good kusala karma to come in. So the effects of the kusala karma can also be attracted to us. We need to create a condition for that. Just as the unwholesome conditions coming in, same thing. The wholesome conditions also can come in. So we need to create that condition within us. Imagine you don't get angry. You try not to get angry. You try not to be upset with whatever happened. You try to maintain your inner peace. You are generous. You are more patient. You are more kind to other people. And if you do that, you definitely create a condition for the wonderful past karma, good karma to coming and making your life more powerful. So this is again, just like we are allowing those healthy and friendly karma to come in. So the mindfulness, the gatekeeper, will allow those friendly forces to come in, not the unfriendly forces, not the unfriendly thoughts. If there is loving kindness, the mindfulness will welcome. Oh, you are welcome. And if there is generosity, the mindfulness will welcome, and he will also watch. He is a good one. So mindfulness can let that person or the wholesome thought coming in. And then, so we have already created the condition for those wonderful, wonderful, wholesome thoughts to come in. And then we feel much more positive, much more energetic, and also we become more strong within, and we become more confident in our day-to-day practice. And we feel much more comfortable in living a happy life. So I would like to introduce you, just to share these thoughts to you, so that you can actually practice, think of this situation. This looks like simple, but it's not so simple, but it's not impossible. It is still possible. If we keep working on this thing, allowing our mindfulness to work and empowering our mindfulness, and then allowing those wonderful, wholesome, karmic actions to come in to make our life more peaceful and happier. So in one major session, you can sit and meditate. And then also during the day, from time to time, let's say like you are emotionally disturbed, there are some situations in your life. Sometimes you get angry, upset with your family, at your office, school, wherever. It can happen to you anytime. So whenever that happens to you, I recommend you do a Tik Tok meditation. Like just like maybe 1 or 2 minutes meditation. Just close your eyes, read your thoughts, recognize your thoughts. Anger came in. Oh, I can see that. What happens when you get angry? My body is trembling. My heart, my palpitation is going up, and I feel like shaking. And you read that thought. That will definitely be very, very helpful if you do that. So that on the spot, attention to your thought. You make all the time. So in a day, like maybe several times when you are angry or upset or sad or jealous, even lustful, whatever. So whenever you have this kind of emotion and situations, close your eyes and read your thoughts honestly and analyze it, recognize it, observe how it acts here, and what kind of reactions do you have in your body and mind. You can just observe that, and doing this practice all the time can make you a better person to deal with those situations, and you're not going to react to those situations. Let's say, like when you get angry, you do not react to that, you do not talk to other person with anger, because you are out of control. And when you are out of control, it's difficult. So it's really important. In a day, several times you also practice like this Tik Tok meditation. While driving, you can do that. You can practice loving kindness. Send loving kindness to all those drivers who drive around. May they be able to reach their destination without any difficulty. And whenever you see the yellow light, for example, take a moment, be happy or relax. Oh, this is time for me to do that Tik Tok meditation until we see the red light, green light, so that we can go. Those few moments also you can practice. And you can practice while eating, while taking shower. You can practice this loving kindness all the time. Whenever you go to a mall, shopping mall, or whenever you go to an unknown assembly, send loving kindness to those people that you don't know. May they be well, happy, healthy. This is really, really helpful. I would like to also give you one very powerful formula that I have been using and also sharing with the other people. When you get upset, when you get sad, when you get angry or whatever, because of other people, because of external factors, when this happens to you, do one thing. It's okay. I'm okay. May he be well, happy, healthy. If there is one person, you can say that. If he, you can say, may he be well, happy, healthy. If she, may she be well, happy, healthy. If there are many people, may they be well, happy, healthy. So you say, it's okay. Let's say someone yells at you, you close your eyes, it's okay. So that person yells at you, it's okay. You look into yourself, I'm okay. My inner peace is okay, not disturbed. It's okay. I'm okay. And then you send loving kindness to that person to heal that person too. May he be well, happy, healthy. Just do it all the time. Whenever you are upset, whenever you are sad, whenever you are angry, whatever, do this. And that will benefit you immensely. I personally practice this one really quite regularly, and whenever I feel like uncomfortable, I just say, it's okay, I'm okay. May he be well, happy, healthy. If I see a bunch of people doing some very uncomfortable activity that disturbs my inner peace, it's okay, I'm okay. May they be well, happy, healthy. So I would like to share that also with you. Hopefully that will also be helpful to all of you. So in conclusion, I would like to again invite you all. This inner peace is really within us, and soul authority is within us. We can empower the mindfulness to take care of our inner peace. We can be happier than ever. We can be more confident than ever. Wherever you go, you feel more confident. Even while flying, You can do that. In the plane, a lot of people are there, so send loving kindness to them. When you enter a shopping mall, send loving kindness to them. Whenever you walk around, you see some maybe little children or elderly people, some pets, and some uncomfortable homeless people, distressed or stressful people, send loving kindness to them. Be generous, be kind, be compassionate to people. And that way, you will be a happy person. You will be able to maintain your inner peace, and you will be actually following the path of the Buddha, path of the Dhamma. And eventually, we can focus more to generate more wholesome thoughts within us, and to practice more Dhamma, to learn more Dhamma, to associate wonderful Kalyana Mitta friends, to listen to Dhamma talks and practice the Dhamma. And eventually, we should be able to attain Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, and Arahanta. So I wish and I hope, I pray that by the power of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, may you all be able to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana, the absolute peace and happiness at the end of samsara. With that good intention, please keep your palms together, close to your heart, and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable Sir. It's a wonderful Dhamma talk. So if you have any question, you can ask right now, or you can have your comment or whatever. We have a little time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your wonderful talk.
You're welcome. Do you have any question?
Yes, now you can ask.
Hi, Bante. Thank you for the good talk. I have a question. In A4 path, the last two one is right mindfulness and right concentration. So now the people talk a lot about mindfulness, and I don't hear they talk about the concentration. So what is the difference between two of them? And the concentration and meditation, is it the concentration is a meditation? Can you answer me that, Bante?
Concentration is not necessarily meditation. Let's say like there are like some animals, some birds, they also have a very sharp focus attention. Maybe for hours, some of those birds can, focus on that. And let's say like a sniper gunman, they also can focus very sharp, maybe hours, days, even weeks. They will be waiting for the victim to come in. And so that's not necessarily meditation. Meditation also needs, remember in the Noble Eightfold Path, we can really isolate one from each other. They are also mutually helpful to each other. First one is right view. Without right view, everything can be in disarray. Just like I always say, like it is like navigation in our car. When you have a navigation, it will help you to go to your destination more comfortably and in the fastest way possible. And so right view is really, really important. And then the concentration, of course, concentration is important. But then concentration should not be occupied with unwholesome thoughts. It should not be occupied with unwholesome thoughts. No ill will, no greed, no ignorance. So lobha, dosa, moha, unwholesome roots should be avoided. And when we see many of those people who are concentrating, even like maybe some of the scientists or maybe some people are experimenting different things, but then when they are occupied with those thoughts, the outcome will be different. That's not meditation. But then we have like breathing. Everyone breathe in and out every single day. It's not also a meditation unless you focus, unless you pay attention to that, and then you read your thoughts and you do not allow those unwholesome thoughts to disturb, and you avoid them, and you make sure that you are pure in your heart, and that way it becomes a powerful meditation. So concentration, yeah, like jhana, for example, you already know jhanas. There are 4 jhanas. So in all those jhanas, we have we get rid of those 5 hindrances. They are powerful defilements that can pollute, that can corrupt our beautiful concentration. So remember, meditation can be that when you have what we call yoniso manasikara. Yoniso manasikara is powerful concentration too, mindfulness, and very alert mind. And that does not allow those unwholesome things to work on you. I hope I try to make it simple. Yeah, but the last 2 also are powerful topics. I mean, stronger, more elaborate discussion can be taken place in these things. But yes, all those noble eightfold paths, we need to work on them one by one, and hopefully it can be helpful if you learn more, listen to more Dhamma talks, have more wonderful Kalyana Mitra friends who can help us. And also be mindful about your actions, your thoughts, and then you can purify your heart, your thoughts, your mind, and that way you can be happier within, and you can also influence everyone around with that positive energy, and eventually you can achieve that spiritual goal, final liberation. Does it make sense?
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you very much. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
One more question, Venerable.
Hi, thank you for your talk. My question is that, okay, I guess I'll try to form it as I'm speaking, but time is nonlinear. So whatever is happening to me at the present moment could be influenced by things that my subconscious mind has stored from the past. And so in a way, the way that I am reacting, or anger that may arise, or pain that may arise in the present moment, can be due to the fact that I already have anger and pain stored in my body from the past. So I'm wondering how I can use this practice to, or I guess what I'm wondering is, in my practice, in my meditation practice, I've noticed that anger and pain and resentment from the past has arisen, specifically when I do Vipassana. And so in a way, I feel like I have to invite that in order to let it go. So I'm wondering what your thought on that is, as opposed to avoiding those feelings, allowing them to be there and nurturing them and letting them go?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to remind you again, whenever you get angry, you say, it's okay, I'm okay. May he be well, happy, healthy. Okay, if the anger generated by someone, one external factor, you say that, it's okay. He yelled at me, he did something wrong to me, I was really hurt. I'm very painful right now. It's okay. And you can look into yourself, I'm okay, I'm not going to be affected anymore. Okay, it is outside, it's okay, I'm okay. And let's also send loving kindness to the other person. May he be well, happy, healthy. That will already, hopefully will help you. If you continue to do that, that will be help you. Remember, you also have to send loving kindness to yourself. May I also be well, happy, healthy. May other people also be well, happy, healthy. And you said about nurturing those thoughts, allowing them to come in. And I don't think it's a good idea to nurture those unwholesome thoughts. You see, like anger can come to you, or jealousy can come to you, or any other things can come to you, and they might not allow you to be peaceful. They will be detrimental to your behavior, your mind, your thoughts, your attitude. Remember, and there are certain ways that we can actually watch them, monitor them, and no need to nurture them. You need to do something. Maybe in some ways we need to watch them, and sometimes if it is not very powerful, it will go away by just mere observing. Just like someone, an outsider coming into, as I mentioned, that person knows that there is a watchman, as a gatekeeper watching him. He will come and then he will go back. And same thing, mindfulness will watch, observe your thoughts, so that anger comes, and those minor angers will not settle in, they will go back. But then there can be some anger, some hatred, some really powerful, strong side effects of those thoughts. They will be left behind. And that is why we call like latent tendencies, like anusaya. So they will be dormant in us. When they go, they will leave something behind. And so that is why sometimes we need to be really careful about that. And practice loving kindness. I think every single day you keep practice loving kindness. And first of all, you send loving kindness to yourself. May I be well, happy, healthy, all throughout your body. May no anger come to me. May no hatred come to me. May no jealousy come to me. May no fear come to me. Make sure you are also safe and happy. And then you also send the loving kindness to other people, near and dear ones, neutral ones, and also the unfriendly ones. It's easier to send loving kindness to near and dear ones. But then why should we do it to neutral ones? Because some of those neutral ones can also turn hostile at a given point. So you need to send loving kindness to them as well. And also remember, it's very important, we need to give loving kindness to the unfriendly ones too. Because the unfriendly one is really suffering. They need your help more. So we are more kind, more compassionate towards them too. And we don't live forever. Everything is impermanent and our life is not permanent. Then why should we accumulate more enemies? We don't want enemies anymore. Enemies can always be jealous. They will always try to destroy you, try to dismantle your progress, try to harm you, try to hurt you, try to revenge you. So we don't want enemies anymore. And even though you don't know, they might not be visible in their reaction, but you keep doing it. You keep sending loving kindness to those unfriendly ones. And that way, first effect is you. You will feel better when you send loving kindness to them. So I would like to highly recommend, please practice loving kindness and do not try to nurture unwholesome thoughts within you. And think of maybe the Buddha, maybe practice loving kindness, and some way that then you will have more positive energy to counterattack those negative energies. Will that help you?
Maybe the word nurture wasn't exactly correct.
Okay.
I guess I was talking less about things that are happening with people now, and I was more talking about while I meditate, certain emotions can arise.
Yes.
I may start crying while I'm meditating, or I may start feeling anger from the past. And so I guess I was talking more about stored emotion from the past that I wasn't able to process. And so it's inside of me. And so I guess allowing myself to feel it, to let it go, is more.
Yeah. Okay, so it can happen to some people, like when they meditate, they feel emotional. Some of those suppressed emotions can pop up suddenly, just like we are suppressing a rubber ball inside the water. So when we take the suppression off, the ball can pop up. And similarly, when we meditate, some of those things can definitely can be projected in our mental projection. It's okay. I think first of all, we need to observe, okay, this is anger, this is sadness, this is all coming. And then we need to get rid of them eventually and see that that pain, that anger is not me, not mine, not myself. And then also everything, as everything is subject to impermanence, all conditioned things are impermanent. So too is this. So this also can be gone. And yeah, and then you can keep nurturing yourself with wholesome thoughts, sending loving kindness to you and sending loving kindness to everyone, can eventually empty those unwholesome thoughts. Mind is always a very fertile ground for all the thoughts to grow, and eventually we need to make our mind empty, and we do not allow those thoughts to grow in anymore. That's actually an advanced stage. But I think as you do right now, when you have some thoughts coming in, you just observe that, analyze it, and yeah, and make sure that it does not harm you. It does not bring you any unwanted side effects. And also you can see all those things arise, stays, and then eventually disappear. You can watch that as well. Uppada, Titi, Bhanga. You can see those three occasions too. So as everything else, those emotions, those sadnesses, those unhappiness will also be impermanent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable. I think we don't have time more. Thanks again about your wonderful talk. By the power of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and you will be well and happy. Thanks again. Next Sunday, Sai Maharjan is going to give a Dhamma talk, which is 31st of the July. And the August 21st, we are planning to do our Ulambana service, which is offering merit for the departed relatives. And we give the dana for the monks and lunch for the everybody. Please come and join. Still not confirmed 100%, but 90% confirmed. 21st of the August. And the Sunday service is open for everybody. Whoever you want to come to the service, come and join. We open around 10:30, almost 11 to 12. We do the service. If you need parking, we have a little bit parking behind the temple. Parking lot will open also around 11 o'clock. Please come and join. That's it, the announcement. Right now, we're going to chant the page 4 and page 10. Tasse bhagavato arahato ma sambuddhasse. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to save them all. Deluding persons are inexhaustible. I vow to send them all. Dhamma gates are limitless. I vow to study them all. Buddha's way is supreme. I vow to attain it. May suffering ones be suffering free, and the fear-struck fearless be. May the grieving share all grief, and the sick find health relief. Thank you for again. By the power of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, you will be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.